PK Fire!
Okay, hello guys, Dusty here with another YouTube video game pickup video, and yes, we have found more video games. Well, really we haven't, we just kind of digged them out from there because this is being recorded in the same session as the previous pickup video, but yes, we have found cumulatively some more video games around, so yeah, I'm going to show those now. So for starters, I'm going to show some not video games, but I'm also going to, well, that's weird to... Okay, so basically, first of all, something I missed in the last video, I had picked this up from the Goodwill for $5, just regular Game Boy Advance SP AGS 101, or AGS 001, excuse me, just a standard silver one, but it seems to work fine and everything. It was $5. It's hard to pass one of these things up for $5, so I figured I'd go ahead and pick that one up. But yeah, that belonged in the last video. Now that that was the thing. Like, if you remember the last video, the thing where it was like, oh yeah, I got this thing. Yeah, I'm gonna save it for the next video. That was that. So, anyway, next up on the itinerary, I had picked up this. This is very video game related, but not a video game itself. I'd gotten the Pokemon Indigo League Champions Edition, which is kind of a cool little set here. You get the first season of Indigo League, all 52 episodes. Wait, 52 episodes? Indigo League was like 70 some odd episodes. What the heck is what was going on through my head? And yeah, as it turns out, they just decided to cut it off at 52. So this isn't the whole entire Indigo League. Despite the fact it says it's Pokemon Season 1 Indigo League, it is not actually the whole Season 1 Indigo... Anyway, so that compelled me to go ahead and go on the eBay and see if I could get one of the original DVD sets, because I was planning on getting the DVD sets for a while and just had never done that. And I decided, you know, to go ahead and for an auction for $20, I got all the big box releases of the DVD sets. This one's a little damaged, but other than that, actually really kind of cool to have all these. This is the full 79 episodes of Indigo League, other than the ones that were not released in the United States or were not going to be shown again in the United States. There was a few that were like, yeah, we can't show these anymore because, I don't know, the world is a weird place. But anyway, nonetheless, these are all like really cool. They're all individual DVDs with a few episodes, well, with like 8 episodes on them piece-ish, I suppose. And yeah, they're really cool little boxes. So I'd almost rather have those than the Champion Edition. But these ones are on Blu-ray disc, of course. So, I mean, you know, it's a Blu-ray disc. It's fancy and high quality and stuff. Anyway, next pickup for just random local Goodwill pickup for $1.50. We got Lion King for the Game Boy Color. Finally, a Game Boy Color. I don't know if you noticed in the last situation, but I didn't pick up any old cartridge games. Just all CD stuff. It's crazy. I can't seem to find anything on a freaking cartridge nowadays. But hey, I'm happy to have this. So yeah. I think that also belonged with those. So now, going on to Christmas stuff / stuff that I bought myself for Christmas. So as I had mentioned in the previous video, I'd gotten that gift card at Target, so I was like, you know, I did all my Christmas shopping there. I also found a few other things that I went ahead and grabbed. For one, in the clearance section, of course, because that's where I like to spend my time, I got Yokai Watch 2 Fleshy Souls for $12. So figured that was a pretty good price for this one. So went ahead and picked it up. And I also got... I was just seeing how low this freaking game could go, and guys, for $5.99 or $5.98, excuse me, we got Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival finally. Yeah, I've heard this game is not very good for most people. It's basically just a board game on the Wii, which I have no problems with. I mean, it's not offensive to me, though. Realistically, Nintendo, next Animal Crossing, I'm serious, make it happen. For those of you who do not know, I am a big Animal Crossing fan, and I think the series has been slighted because we have not gotten a proper Animal Crossing since New Leaf. So, make it happen, Nintendo. Anyway, yeah, this is $5.98. I don't even know where to put video games anymore. My bed is just full of video games. It's stupid, and I love it. Okay, so, Christmas stuff. The stuff that I had actually received for Christmas. For one, my sister got me this pretty nifty... Well, she got me that poster, as I mentioned in the last video, but she also got me this nifty Space Invaders cabinet. Cool little thing. Yeah, this is a nice little LCD arcade cabinet thing. I like these little things, so I might have to end up getting more of them. But yeah, Cool stuff as far as I'm concerned. So add that to the collection of random stuff. We also got a gift from my parents, aka I put it on my Amazon wish list and they bought it because that's how my Christmas gift shopping stuff works for my parents. But we got Axiom Verge. What is this called? This is the Multiverse Edition. Fancy name. I like when they go the extra mile and don't just call it like Collector's Edition or something like that. But yeah, it includes, can't wait for this, game cartridge. I love the sound of that. Game cartridge. I haven't heard that for a while. Blu-ray documentary produced by 2PP with 5+ hours of extra. Exclusive art book. Double-sided poster and world map. Weapons/items/official soundtrack CD. Pretty cool stuff. Yeah, so I've heard this is a very Metroid-y-like game. So, kind of interested to get around to playing this one. And yeah, figured I might as well ask for the Multiverse Edition because it's cool. And it comes with a lot of cool stuff. So, I also got, from my parents, Snipperclips Plus. I didn't end up buying Snipperclips originally because I was hoping they'd do like a physical release like this, and they did. So, yeah, I got this one for free also from my parents, of course, so, you know, it was free. My parents don't make me spend money for my Christmas gifts, believe it or not. Yeah, but anyway, Snipperclips. Put that on top of the Sega Saturn. Okay, so I think next up on the itinerary is this stack of random games from the pawn shop. So, yeah, I think this was this all one trip? No, this was all... Yeah, this was all one trip. Okay, so, for starters, there's the copy of Code Veronica X I was looking for in the last video. So, there we go. You now have all the copies of Code Veronica X, all accounted for. All 4 of them. Nothing compared to my... This is just what I have over here, not the one included in my original collection. Either the Black Label or the Greatest Hits, or all of them in my garage. Guys, I just buy this game every time I see it. I didn't buy one for this pickup. Well, I might have bought one for this pickup video. Let's see. Are any of these dated, like, at the point where I would have bought them this video? No, they are not. Other than maybe this one that came from a Goodwill. But nonetheless, guys, I have at least 5 of these just sitting around. Star Wars Battlefront 2. Because I just buy it whenever I see it really cheap. So, you know. This is actually a really cool find because I never see it. This is the collector's edition of Tony Hawk's American Wasteland on the PlayStation 2. And this one actually includes more levels and characters and stuff that I believe the Greatest Hits version also has. Tony Hawk's American Wasteland, it feels grip tapey, which is really cool. And also the stickers are like all layered onto each other. They're not like actual stickers, but they're printed on, and they feel like they're layered on top and below each other. It's really cool. Really nice attention to detail and nice touches and stuff. And there's Tony Hawk yelling at the ground. And there's his autograph along with a lot of others. I assume they're real, and I'm going to sell this for like $1 bajillion. And yeah, here's the game. Which looks the same as the regular release version. So, there you go. And it was $1.99. Let's see. The next up, we got Manhunt 2. I never see this game around, so I figured to pick it up. It is unfortunately missing the manual, but it was $1.99, so that's pretty decent, I think, for Manhunt 2, even without the manual. We also got another copy of Simpsons Road Rage, another PlayStation 2 game. I find it so often. It goes for like $10. I figure I'll pick it up, and, you know, I'll just keep them around, and then, hey, maybe I'll sell these off, buy some GameCube games with the money, because, you know, of course I'm trying to get my complete GameCube set, so that's probably what I'm going to end up doing at some point. But for now, we got another copy of Simpsons Road Rage, complete in grid shape, you know. Put this in the stack of duplicates. And we also got a Capcom Classics Collection for $1.99. Without the manual, but it's cool to have. I did not have that before, so now I do. We got... Okay, this one was kind of a little bit depressing. We got the case for Dragon Quest VIII, but unfortunately no disc. But it did come with a Mad Catz memory card, and the case is in really nice shape, so now all I have to do is source a disc. So, as soon as that happens, I will have a copy of Dragon Quest VIII, but for now I just have the case, unfortunately. And, you know, I can just go out and try to find a disc. This one was $1.99. I don't know why I picked up another copy of Final Fantasy X, but maybe because I didn't... Oh, I know why I picked this one up. It had a memory card in it, so I figured I paid $2 for the memory card, basically. Then I also got Jak 3, which is only the disc and case, but I didn't have Jak 3, so had to grab that one for my collection. I also got the original Star Wars Battlefront for $1.99 because I actually only had this one greatest hits, I think. So now I can actually add a black label one to my collection. So pretty cool stuff right there, I think. My bed is like not handling all these video games very well, so I gotta try to figure out how to stack these in a way that just everything won't come toppling over. It's a challenge. It really is. Okay, so now I remember where I'm at. So, random trip to the pawn shop, I managed to find just a lone, single, on-the-shelf copy of Metroid Prime with the manual and disc. Disc has a little weird like, something on it. A weird scratch, maybe? I don't know. Nonetheless, it's complete. It was $2, so why not? Which, this is actually a duplicate, but I don't believe I had... No, I didn't have a manual for the original release of Metroid, so Metroid Prime. So this is actually going to upgrade my current copy of Metroid Prime. That, in this case, is astonishing. It has to be in better condition than mine. So, yeah, figured it was worth it just for that. Then next up, I think this is all like one weird trip to... This was one weird trip to the pawn shop. This was one weird trip to the Goodwill. Okay, so for starters, I got Cool Borders 2001 because I never see it around. Figure I might as well go ahead and pick it up so I have it. And for $2 once again. And I believe both of these were $2. But you got Golden Axe Beast Rider. Really not the greatest game, but it's in really good shape. So from what I hear anyway, it's not the greatest game. But it's in really good shape. So I figured for $2 I'd go ahead and grab it. And also, I picked up a copy of Far Cry 2 for a very interesting reason. As you can see on the front, that doesn't look normal. That's because this is a Korean copy of Far Cry 2. So I figured for $2, might as well add a Korean Xbox 360 game to my collection. Why not? So these are both pawn shop pickups. This is one that I was recommended because, you know, it's not bad for $2. It was basically what I was told. So I finally picked up a copy of Juiced, complete in really nice shape. I figured why not? $2. I've heard it's good for $2, or at least adequate for $2. So that now exists in my collection. I also got Mortal Kombat Unchained for the PlayStation Portable in fairly decent shape. There's also another PSP game there, but it had the wrong game in it, so I didn't end up getting it. Yeah, that was also $2. So let's see. Next pickup, this is just another random trip to the Goodwill. We got WCW versus the World. So this is actually kind of an interesting one. Work sent me up to Mankato, Minnesota. So I figured I'd go ahead and check out their Goodwill. And I did end up finding a game at their Goodwill. I found Blade 2 for $2, which their Goodwill sold, charges tax, so that was $2.14 or something like that. But, which is weird. It's just, it's kind of a foreign concept to me, Goodwill's charging tax. But anyway, apparently they do in Minnesota. But yeah, it's complete in really nice shape, so I figured $2, probably worth it. Because it's a game that I didn't have anyway, so. Now I do have it. And now these games are trying to fall over, so I've got to, like, resituate things. Next we got Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back, but we didn't because it actually has ATV Quad Power Racing in it, but I did know that it had that in there. And I actually just got it for the case because I have a copy of Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back that needs a case. So we're going to go ahead and grab that for that purpose. Okay, next up, this was all one trip to the pawn shop. A really cool PSP/GameCube haul. For one, the GameCube game, nothing really too special, just TMT and TMNT for $2. I didn't have this game, so $2. I figured I'd go ahead and pick it up. Once again, just another game to cross off the completion list. But I also got a nice stack of PlayStation Portable games, and I don't find a ton of PSP games, so it's really cool when I do find them. And these were each $1.99 too. We managed to get Star Wars Battlefront 2 for the PlayStation Portable. I don't know how it stacks up to the other ports, but I do love Star Wars Battlefront 2 and Star Wars Battlefront, but not the new ones because loot boxes can go jump off a cliff. But anyway, we got Midnight Club 3 DUB Edition. Once again, love this one on PlayStation 2. Not sure how it is on the PlayStation Portable. We got Need for Speed Carbon, Own the City, because why not? It was $2. SOCOM U.S. Navy SEALs Fireteam Bravo for the PlayStation Portable. And unfortunately, I only have the greatest hits one. But wait a moment. I also got one that's not the greatest hits. Yeah, this game sold so well that people bought 2 of it. So that's how common that game is. Both are complete in good shape and everything. And also, this is a game that I always buy whenever I see it. I think I may already have the Greatest Hits version. Maybe I just have the regular edition. But anyway, this is Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories for the PlayStation Portable. Always used to play this on my neighbor's PSP. So it's cool to finally have a PSP in the game myself, though I don't really actually play it. We also got Twisted Metal Head On. That was originally a PlayStation 2 game, ported to the PlayStation Portable, I believe. I don't know how the port is, but it exists. And then next up, this one was only the manual and the UMD, unfortunately, but this is Frantics, a puzzle adventure, which sounded kind of cool to me, so I went ahead and picked it up for $2. We also got another game that looked kind of cool to me. I like weird concept games like this. Like, it's CID the Dummy. Kind of interesting. Apparently, you're a crash test dummy doing things. It's complete in good shape. So, and $2. So, oh. I like games like that I can find for $2. And then the last one, not least, of course, which is a game that is worth more than $1.99, definitely, even if it was only disc only. We got Castlevania: The Dracula X Chronicles. So, yeah, another cool find for the console there. And I believe that concludes my PSP games. So now there's just another stack of stuff over here. For starters, we did get not only a GameCube controller, but a clear back Indigo GameCube controller, which are the hardest to find official American release GameCube controllers, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. At least they have been in my experience. I've only found 2 of them in my life. And this one is in much better shape than the other one. And it cost me $10. I don't like spending that for a GameCube controller, but this is easily a $30 controller, particularly in the condition that it's in. So, figured to go ahead and pick this up and upgrade my current clear Indigo GameCube controller. So yeah, next up, we got this stack of games here. So, we got, Tecmo, what? It's an Activision game. It's Tenchu Wrath of Heaven. It looked interesting, so I picked it up. It was a Goodwill pickup for $2. And, as you can see, it was very water damaged. But, that didn't stop me from buying it for some reason. I still don't know why. This manual, by the way, like, just put this in perspective, makes that noise. It's interesting how a game can actually be that water damaged. But anyway, nonetheless, I bought it for some reason. I probably shouldn't have. It's just another really bad judgment call from Dusty Do. We also got, from the Goodwill, Yu Yu Hakusho Dark Tournament, which I've heard all the US Yu Yu Hakusho games aren't very good. But nonetheless, I went ahead and grabbed it because it's foil label and it's complete. Though the manual has seen better days. It's moisture damage, but it's definitely not water damage. I mean, the manual's actually still usable. It looks like, so you know, kind of cool stuff. And it's an over $10 game complete, so figured for $2, might as well add that to the collection. Typically nowadays, PS2 games are only going up in value, so I'm trying to get them while I still can. This is a pawn shop pickup for $2. I figured I might as well grab it because I couldn't remember if I had Destroy All Humans 2 for the PlayStation 2. But nonetheless, we got Destroy All Humans 2 for the PlayStation 2. Complete in good shape, $2. Another thing where it's like, yeah, just go ahead and pick it up. We also got Jeremy McGrath's Supercross World from the Goodwill for $2, I assume. Just a disc in case, but, you know, once again, still trying to get that complete GameCube collection. And along with that, you got SpongeBob SquarePants movie for the GameCube, a game that I had when I was a kid and didn't have any longer. But now I do have it again, and I believe it is in complete condition. I believe this is the manual. Is this the manual? No, this is like a cheat book. Oh, that's interesting. It's pretty classy. Or maybe an advertisement book. Oh, it tells you where to get cheat codes. Oh, interesting. Anyway, nonetheless, you got SpongeBob SquarePants movie for the GameCube. $2. Sweet. And then last but not least, in this stack, because I forgot I have another stack up there, we got Sonic Free Riders for a game that nobody's ever been excited about, but you know, it's just in such clean, good shape. I assume whoever had this like really loved it and took care of it, and it's totally not that they put it in their Xbox once and it was like, this is impossible to play and put back and never played again. That's probably not the case at all. But yeah, Sonic Free Riders. Okay, let's go on to these over here. These over here. We got Okay, so I went to the pawn shop. Might as well size up this story. I went to the pawn shop, and I saw in the case a well, they've always had this for visual aid. This Crimson 3DS in the case for $15 with a bad charge port. I'm like, I'm not paying $15 for that, so I never bought it. But this one was $5 in the case, and I was like, clearance, $5. What's wrong with it? And I think. Did it have a sticker on it that said it wouldn't read games? I don't know. They basically told me it wouldn't read games. It reads games. See if I can turn it on here to show that it reads games. To prove that it reads games. I don't know. The original 3DSs take forever to turn on. But anyway, this one still doesn't work. I actually bought a new charge port for it. So I might actually end up getting around to fixing that someday. But this one actually does work. And I do already have this color of 3DS, so, you know, it's just a duplicate. This one I did not actually have before, so this is actually a great addition to the collection. As you can see, it reads games, and it'll start that up probably fine. I'm not going to waste your time with that. The moral of the story is it works, okay? Okay, so let's see here. Okay, this is another thing that I bought. It was $5, I think. I paid $5 for this. But anyway, it's one of these little mini Genesis consoles. Kind of cute little thing. Just a little Genesis. A big old Genesis controller. Haven't tried it out. Haven't played with it yet. Doesn't have a battery door. The batteries are corroded, but it takes a 6-volt adapter, so I can just plug it in like that. I've been wanting to get these little mini consoles because I have a little CRT in my garage. And what I'd like to do someday is I'd like to take all these mini Nintendo consoles, all these mini Genesis consoles, Atari consoles. I'd like to hook them all up to my mini TV and just have a mini... This sounds stupid, doesn't it? But I want that. I want a mini entertainment center with mini game consoles. Not many, like it is said in a really weird way. Mini. Mini, not many. Different things. Anyway. Let's go ahead and reset the... It seems to be doing worse, probably because I'm in the process of uploading the video I just recorded. So, yeah. At least I'm uploading it, so hey, that's something. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and grab this stack of video games down. Okay, and it's actually in the opposite order of what it's supposed to be. So, let's see, this was a individual, I believe, pawn shop pickup for $2. Looked interesting, so I went ahead and picked it up. We got Kakuto Jin Back Alley Brutal. There you go, $2. And I think it was good shape. Yeah, in good shape. I saw it going sealed for $10, so I figured $2 open. That's got to be a steal, right? No, I just picked it up. And I saw a lot of them going sealed, too. Like, a lot of people kept that game sealed for some reason. I don't know why. But anyway, we also got random Goodwill pickup. But not only a random Goodwill pickup, but a really cool Goodwill pickup because it's a game from my childhood, and it's an upgrade to a game from my childhood because mine is not in the greatest of shape. I can't even remember if my copy of this worked. But... Nickelodeon Party Blast. Yeah, this game was, from what I remember, semi-adequate. It was okay. But yeah, I have it. Now complete, in nice shape, so not too bad for $2. And once again, the golden rule of my collecting is if it's an upgrade or, you know, a game that I didn't already have for the GameCube, I'm probably willing to spend $2 for it no matter what it is. So anyway, next up, we got Namco Museum Volume 3 from the Iowa Falls Goodwill, and it has been forever since I picked up. As you probably could tell, none of the stuff I picked up from the last video is from the Iowa Falls Goodwill, but the Iowa Falls Goodwill is turning back around, as you'll be able to see in a few of these next pickups. So yeah, nonetheless, $2.39 Iowa Falls Goodwill. I figured I might as well pick up Volume 3 because I couldn't remember if I had Volume 3 already, because I need to get my game list figured out. I've just procrastinated on that forever, but nonetheless, we'll get around to it. In fact, I've actually been working on it, too. I've been working on formatting a list, and the way I'm doing this list, might as well interlude here, because I think it might be beneficial to some of you guys to actually use this. So, collectors like me with like a bajillion freaking video, well, more like I'll just say over 500 games. Anybody who has over 500 games, this will be really useful. You know, when you're documenting your game collection, you have to type in the individual title of the game, if you have it, what condition you have it in. Well, I decided, you know what, I'm going to make a list. or like a spreadsheet of every single video game console and every single game for that console, so that I just have to search into the document, find the game, and mark it as I have it complete with a CIB indication. Yeah, but that's something I'm doing. I've been working on, and I already documented my GameCube games that way, and it probably took like 10 hours less time than it would have just typing in the GameCube games. So, pretty cool stuff. And particularly if if your games are alphabetized already and you just don't have them documented, it's going to be a really great way of doing it. So, yeah. Anyway, another Iowa Falls Goodwill pickup. Iowa Falls bringing it home with a copy of Golf Grand Slam for an astonishing to pay for amount of sorry about my word salad there. Way too much for a golf game, but it's an Atlas golf game, which makes it valuable. But yeah, this is like a $15, $20 game. Got it for $6. So, yeah, figured I might as well go ahead and pick that up. Though I still don't feel right paying $6 for a Nintendo game in the wild. It feels weird. But anyway, these are all one trip to the pawn shop, one legendary trip to the pawn shop. Like, seriously, holy crap. The sheer, like, the games, man, that I had found at this trip to the pawn shop. Let's just get the less interesting ones over with first. First of all, we got another copy of Simpsons Road Rage to add to the pile of copies of Simpsons Road Rage. We got Wii Sports. This one's actually the greatest hits version. I can't remember if I had the greatest hits version or not, or the Nintendo Selects version or not. But anyway, this one's way better than the regular one because that one's just in a sleeve. So I actually had to make a little case to put my sleeve in. But now I can just put my sleeve in that or something, whatever. But yeah, we got Bloodwake. I didn't have it, so I purchased it. Once again, all of these were $2 too. Even the Wii game was $2. Isn't that crazy? Another really cool game we found was Ape Escape Pumped and Primed. By the way, all these are complete, from what I remember, in really good shape. So, Ape Escape Pumped and Primed. We got flashback from the last video. We got ourselves a second copy of Test Drive Eve of Destruction for $2. And this one's in immaculate condition, so, yeah, no worries about this one here. So I don't even have to worry about the other one. You know, if you look back at the other video, I was like, oh, well, I just have that one to play for now. I was lying to you guys. I had a perfectly fine one all along! Oh, God, I am too tired to be making a YouTube video because I found that interesting. Anyway. And then, last but not least, really not least, this is a game that used to go for more, but now doesn't go for as much. But nonetheless, still really cool to find because it was one of those, like, holy grail Xbox games back when, like, the most expensive Xbox game possible was, like, $40, and it was Jurassic Park. But anyway, Godzilla Save the Earth. Complete, in good shape, other than some rental stickers that are on the case, but not on the actual, you know, anything important. We got this for $1.99. Not too shabby, if you ask me. Being that's like still like a $25 game, I think. Okay, so last round of pickups here. Well, I suppose I'll go ahead and show this first. I think it was a little bit more recent, but I might as well get it out of the way. We got a $5 GameCube. I mean, $5 GameCube. I really am tired. We got a $5 PlayStation 4 controller that won't charge for some reason. I don't know. It just won't charge, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. But nonetheless, it's in really good shape. It's one of the blue ones, so for $5. Very, go ahead and pick it up. So at least, you know, if I fix this, I have a second one. Granted, with modern day and age games, do you really need two controllers? This was another trip to the Iowa Falls Goodwill. Once again, the Iowa Falls Goodwill killing it lately. We got, for one, Forza Motorsport, the original. I never see this game, so I figure I might as well go ahead and pick it up. Or never see it in good condition anyway, so I figure I might as well pick it up for $2.39 because for some reason they charge $2.39 for games. I still don't get it, but it's fine. But yeah, it's actually worth that. I looked it up out of curiosity. It's like a $10 game, so might as well go ahead and grab that. We got another game that, you know, nobody else would probably care about this game, but I do. We got Shrek Super Slam, baby! Okay, so now Shrek Super Slam is... I have nostalgic stories about Shrek Super Slam. Okay, so Shrek Super Slam... I had this when I was a kid on the GameCube, and I used to play this because my copy of Super Smash Bros. Melee didn't work. And this game was ahead of its time. Really, it was. I mean, it has basically the equivalent. It's like a straight up slash knockoff, smash knockoff. Get this on the back. It has the word super, brawl, smash, and melee on the back. Tell me it's not a Smash Bros. Knockoff. But the crazy thing is, this actually came out before Brawl. Conspiracy. But anyway, yeah, it's in good shape. Complete. $2.39. Cool to have it. I do already, of course, have it on the GameCube. And apparently, also, crazy thing that I found out, this game kind of had a little competitive scene on the GameCube. So, I guess other people kind of do appreciate it. But yeah, it's actually, from what I remember, it's actually a pretty semi-decent fighting game. And it also had, like, final smashes in destructible environments before Smash did. So, pretty cool stuff. And last but definitely not least, for $2.39, another situation where the Goodwill sold me a compilation of games for $2.39, which they usually don't do, but they did, apparently. Grand Theft Auto: The Trilogy. This includes Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. This is the box set that's a little bit harder to find on the Xbox in good shape like this. It typically goes for around $30. I managed to get it for $2.39, but it has all the manuals, all the discs, everything's in great shape. And I just like this little collection here. I do have all the games individually, but it's cool to have a little collection like this. So yeah, I actually think that is all of the games for this video, unless I see anything around me. Oh! I found some cool things also, just randomly. I got a Minecraft game from the Goodwill a while ago for $1.75. I got a Yoshi puzzle from the Goodwill for, I can't remember how much they charge for puzzles. However much they charge for puzzles. Okay, now the camera's really freaking out. So, I gotta make this outro quick. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this quick video, and I will see y'all next time.